Hi there, I'm Cindy Wilson. I go by the pen name of Cindy What If, and this is the location video that I want to put on my website as a supplement with the other information I am putting on the website about specifically the stomach meridian in this blog post. We have my helper here, and let's get started. Okay, for the stomach meridian, it starts, which is a neat name for it, is that it's called the container of tears. It's like right below your eye is where the stomach meridian begins. There's point 1, and then it curves, it comes down and it curves around and up. And interesting part about this is like the point 8 on the stomach meridian, and the stomach meridian actually it's the second to having the most amount of meridian points for the meridian. The urinary bladder has the most meridian points. This one has the second. From this point, this is like point 8. Point 9 is here. So if you can picture it, it's actually going through your head. And so then it goes on down, and I'll show you on this mannequin here. And so you have it going like this, and then it goes on down, and then it goes across a little bit, and then it goes down. Try not to get them mixed up right there, because you have the stomach meridian actually goes right across the breast, and then it goes on down. And the interesting thing is it goes across and down and continues down to the outside part of the second toe on your, the outside part, not the part that's not touching the big toe of the second toe. And so the interesting thing here is the partner meridian for the stomach meridian is the spleen meridian, and they actually cross over each other right there. And so it's kind of interesting. And so that's the stomach meridian. And another way to look at it is this handy dandy chart here. Make it a little bit easier to see is it goes like this, goes up and around, and see this is stomach 8, and then it starts down here again, and then it goes across, on down, across, down to here. I remember when I was having trouble with my stomach meridian, I kept thinking I was out of, it was muscles, because the top of my thighs would hurt so much. And then when my acupuncturist said, actually, that's your stomach meridian. And sure enough, and she did treatment on it, and it was a lot better. And so that was several years ago. And then the other thing that you could use is this reflexology chart I was telling you about, is the area that you would target on your the bottom of your foot if you were going to use like an essential oil or something like that to target your stomach. And then over here, it covers a lot more area, but that is also for the stomach. Because for me, I don't look for the organ or what I need and then look at my foot. I actually do it backwards. It's like this part of my foot is hurting, and so I look at that part of my foot on the chart. It's like, okay, that's my liver, or that's my small intestines, or whatever it happens to be on here. And so then I would proceed from there of figuring out what I needed to do using my dish philosophy that I cover in. I know it's a new concept, and it's not medical advice. None of this is medical advice. It's just informational purposes. And actually, technically, it's really kind of a cheat sheet for me, because I want to have all the information that I'm using all in one place. And I figured the easiest way to do that is put it on my blog post. Then I can't lose it on my desk. So that's what I'm doing. And you're free to eavesdrop on what I've compiled together on my blog post on my website, desperatetobeWell.com. Real quick to also show you for the hand, the stomach area is associated right here and right here. And then if you look at the top of your hand, it's right here on your left hand. So what is this dish philosophy I keep talking about? Well, DISH stands for Defensive Individual Shield Hypothesis. And it's my hypothesis of what I think is a complementary body system that I don't think we know about yet. I think it works automatically for people who are healthy. And I think people that have autoimmune disease, I think it doesn't work automatically. And I think that is what's causing the autoimmune disease, regardless of what the disease may be. And so what I've discovered is that I could actually make this dish work manually when it's not working automatically, and it enabled for the same results to occur. And so I've been working with that hypothesis for about a decade now. And I'm sharing that information in my book, Health Backwards, an original look from a different perspective, and on my website, Desperate to Be Well. And so there you have it. So as I mentioned, the first point for the stomach meridian is under the eye, and then it curves around, and then it goes on down. And so the flow is going downward. So if I was particularly weak, I would focus on the larger number points, which would be down by my toe, and work my way up to make it easier. If you can remember, or if you've seen my other videos where I talk about the hair knot analogy, where if you're trying to get knots out of your hair, like for a little child or something, you can't just start at the top and go like this, because then you just make the knot bigger and more of a problem. So that's how I see it for the meridians on my body when I'm particularly weak. I can't start at the main point and try to do all of it at once. I just didn't have enough energy. And so what I would do is I would start with the larger numbers and work my way to the smaller number. That about covers it. Just short and simple. There's the stomach meridian, and the next blog post will be about the spleen meridian, which is its partner meridian.